Hello guys, welcome back to my Let's Platinum Divinity Original Sin. So we finally got to the prison. Seems it's Arhu here.
It seems the Winter King has woven ice too rare and powerful for mere fire.
Okay, so I guess we need to talk to him.
I don't know how... Source Hunter, you have found us. Here she is at last. Icara.
Okay. Ooh, let me see. Strength, dexterity, reflect, okay. Crafting, HP. Bodybuilding, 64 HP. It's pretty cool.
Oh, but look at her. She has been encased in ice so unyielding that none of my spells melt even a fraction of its surface. You find me at a loss. I admit it. For I've no idea what sorcery, or dare I say it, sorcery, will set her free.
There has to be a way to set Icara free.
Quite so. Boreas is dead and the seasons have been freed. Surely they can break their brother's magic.
Okay.
There she is, the White Witch, a prisoner in ice.
I wonder what sorcery, or worse, sorcery, we'll have to use to get her out.
Okay, so that
I don't know how long she'll last.
Fire Brother said that
must be a
he
way.
can help, but damn, did we get a spell? I really don't remember.
Damnation! Not even a crack!
Shit, that would be even before
It
that.
seems the Winter King has woven ice too rare and powerful for mere fire.
Force field bypass.
I don't know how long she'll last within that ice. There must be a way.
Okay, missing threads.
Damnation! Not even a crack!
King Boreas of the one sibling and mass killing of his imps. Okay. We finally
It
found
seems
Icara,
the
but
Winter
she's...
King has woven ice too rare and powerful for mere fire. I don't know how long she'll last within that ice. There must be a way.
Damn.
Damnation!
She
Not
said we
even
can
a
summon
crack.
her, right? I don't know, maybe I need to return to them. So that would be...
I don't know how long she'll last within that ice.
Lava...
There must be a way.
Yeah, lava pits.
I'm overheating
Oh
here!
man!
Chilled to my bones.
Pretty sure that's he or she. He, I think. He said that if we ever need him, need a help, we can summon him, but I don't remember how.
Our champion has returned. Have you yet determined how I might repay my debt? It would be an honor to assist the soul who dared to slay the King of Winter.
I found the White Witch, but she's trapped in ice. Can you help me free her?
Source Hunter, it would be my sincerest honor. Take this rune and use it to summon me when you're near the witch once more. If she can be extracted from Boreas ice, I'll find a way to make it so.
Okay, so
We best be on our way then. The spring and autumn kingdoms won't rule themselves, you know. May our paths cross soon, Source Hunter.
okay, fire rune. All right. Waypoint. Prison. All right. But I'm pretty sure he said before that you can summon me, but he didn't give us the rune though.
There she is, the White Witch, a prisoner in
Not
ice.
even a crack!
I wonder what sorcery, or worse,
Oh damn.
This is your White Witch then. And you're sure you want to free her, are you? Even our mad Boreas wouldn't have wasted such precious ice on a petty criminal. Whatever she did to find herself here must have been rather severe indeed. But I am in your debt, and I would be remiss not to honor your request. Shield your eyes, Source Hunter. To melt ice of this refinement, I'll need to summon an equally rare flame.
Oops, move away. Nice.
Gods, it's colder than a witch's teat. How very
Free the
callous of
witch.
Leandra to entire her only sister in a barren tundra for eternity.
Icara, you're all right? The ice, King Boreas, and your sister. What a frigid hell you've endured.
And yet not even a frigid hell like this could induce you to put on a shirt, could it, Ahu? My old friend, surely I have you to thank for my salvation.
That honor goes to a pair of talented source hunters, actually. If not for their efforts, I'd be quite uselessly prowling around your prison still.
Then perhaps I ought to address my savior directly. Source Hunter, is that the masquerade?
Well, what a motley crew we are. Isn't there somewhere a bit warmer we might discuss matters?
What do you mean by masquerade? We are members of the Order of the Source Hunters.
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Do pardon me. I didn't mean to imply you were very clearly eternal beings in the guise of minor mortals. Not at all. Please, let's do carry on.
Are you the White Witch?
Oh, yes, I suppose I am. But I do prefer my given name. Icara, that is. Charmed. But I hope I haven't disappointed my own hero. Am I just as white and witchy as you'd hoped?
How did you become imprisoned here?
First things first, Source Hunter. For my freedom, I owe you every imaginable thanks. My soul had withered in this prison, and I might not have survived much longer without your help. Now, about the culprits. My corrupted sister and the mad Winter King. When I realized exactly where, and to whom Leandra was consigning me, I was certain I'd never enjoy the sun's warmth again. But neither she nor I anticipated the Source Hunter. That was her mistake, and my blessing.
I never would have imagined Leandra capable of dealing with the likes of Boreas, but she has changed into someone I hardly recognize anymore.
You stand accused of murdering the Sicilian High Chancellor Jake.
I take no pleasure in the memory of that night. The thought of hurting anyone or anything is abhorrent to me. But in this case, I judged it necessary. If you've come this far, I trust you've learned that the Counselor was far from a humble civil servant. This doesn't excuse my behavior, but perhaps it can help to explain it.
What happened the night of Jake's murder?
It's a sordid story, to be perfectly frank. Two sisters, a philanderous, treacherous wizard, death and mayhem. Are you sure you're interested in such things? The sparkle in your eye belies your better nature, Source Hunter. Now I know that it is your duty to get to the heart of this. And, in truth, the events of that night were but one part of a larger and much darker matter. A matter in which I'll dare to beg your assistance before we're through with one another. Now that terrible night. One night, as I slept, I had a sudden revelation. No dream, but a vision. My sister Leandra and my lover Zandalor. I didn't understand, but I recognized their location. Syceel's King Crab Inn. I arrived and looked through their window, but inside, everything was wrong. Leandra had fled, and Counselor Jake stood over the wizard, a knife in his hand and hate in his eyes. As I watched, he drove the dagger deep into Zandalor's heart, and I was too late to stop him. In that moment, I broke. I saw before me not a man, not even a beast, but evil incarnate. And I used Source to slay him. On the floor lay Zandalor. In my hands, I held Jake's life force. I had sworn never to use Source, but I couldn't walk away. And so I did the unthinkable. I used the Counselor's life to save Zandalor's. He was alive, but only just. Betrayal. Murder. Source. We were all of us guilty now. If you were any other Source Hunter, I suppose you'd strike me down where I stand after that terrible admission. Fortunately for us both, you are no other Source Hunter.
Tell me more about Leandra.
My own little sister, if you can imagine it. She was always the more ambitious, the more exacting of us, and she had no fear of the darkness that so often accompanies Source. Her collusion with King Boreas in imprisoning me here confirms my worst fears. She is planning something far greater than I could have anticipated. For this reason, and with a heavy heart, I must ask you, Source Hunter, to find out how far exactly Leandra has become entwined in the dark arts. I hate to extend my own invitation, Source Hunter, but I believe I ought to accompany you to Zigzax's hideout. Presumptuous, yes, but I'd recognize the imp's essence just about anywhere. Both he and you must learn more about the darkness that has extended itself into our dearest Rivellon. And I believe I know where we must begin. Ah, but unless that's a bear flailing through the threads of time, I do believe Master Zigzax is on his way. Make way, Source Hunter, landing in 3, 2...
Hunters, you've done it! Icara is free! Ah, what good it does my impish heart to see her safe and bright as ever! We have much to discuss. Come one and all to the end of time. A spot of something warm and the soft glow of the tapestry ought to do us all a bit of good, Icara. Now, if we're done playing hide and seek, let's not waste a jot more time. Oh, I just can't wait to pick your every synapse.
After you, Master Zigzax.
Okay. Some conversation, so let's save. Let's see what it will give us.
We've solved the murder and caught the culprit, yet this case feels anything but closed.
There are more to this crime than simple facts. Killing a killer is hardly the same as killing innocent after all.
There's more to this crime than simple fact. Killing a killer is hardly the same as killing an innocent after all.
We'll have to learn more before we can assess Icara's true guilt in this matter. Fortunately, she seems quite eager to tell us more about this entire dark affair.
Okay, we got romantic. Romantic. Lucky charm by 1. Crafting. So that's gonna be different for her, yeah. Yeah, but that's fine. She doesn't need to craft, so it doesn't matter. Okay. End of time. And the White Witch, free the White Witch of the, whatever the name of the trophy was a silver one. That's pretty cool. Okay.
Come now. Do you really think he'd let me in on it in advance if he'd been planning an affair with your sister?
How could why? I see Master Zigzags has upgraded from his shabby little hut at the edge of the hour, from the fairy dimension to the, space-time weaver hunter imp one. What do you call this place again?
This is our homestead on the shelter plane at the end of time.
Ha! Is that so? It seems I have my share to learn about the magical world yet. The end of time. Well, suddenly your association with Master Zigzags makes sense. Well, I must say, it's no small relief to find myself in a safe haven among such allies.
Let's start from the beginning. How is your sister involved with the dire happenings around Rivellon?
I believe the answer to that begins centuries ago, when your order was still cutting down so-called dark magicians by the dozens. Ours was a family of born sorcerers, you see. It was in our blood to interact with Source, but our parents were determined to curb the power within us. Still, their meekness wouldn't save them from the Source Hunters.
Then it's true, you are a sorcerer.
I am. But there is more to our kind than they teach at your academy. Source isn't only blood and madness. It's like lightning, an exquisite current of great power. We sorcerers are like metal steeples. Source is drawn to us and it flows through us. But what so many fail to understand is that Source can be controlled. The power drunk through history have abused it, and all the world's sorcerers have borne terrible consequences.
What consequences do you mean?
Tell me, Source Hunter, in all your hours studying the arcane arts, did your great masters ever suggest that perhaps not all sorcerers were evil? Did you ever hear, even once, that some of us were weak and gentle? That we could be simple forest folk healing the sick and frozen each winter? No. I doubt also that they'd mention that one day this hunt of yours would birth a broken soul powerful enough to inch all of Rivellon toward oblivion.
You mean to blame Leandra's doing on we source hunters?
No. No, that would be going too far, and eschewing my own responsibility. I believe Leandra's long fall down did begin at the hands of some of your own order, but it was I who sparked all of this.
You mean someone of our own order killed your parents?
They came on a quiet morning. My mother was wild with fright and commanded me to hide myself and Leandra outside, among the trees. Even at that young age, we knew not to question her. We climbed high into the branches of a nearby tree, and before we could look away, our parents were cut down without ceremony before our door. The source hunters sauntered away, wiping their blades with pride. 2 more sorcerers dead, a job well done.
What became of Leandra and yourself?
From that moment on, everything was different. As we trembled in that tree, our fear and our desperation were so potent that the magic within us began to weave together. Our souls became forged together, our bond unbreakable. We would survive, thrive even, within those woods, never speaking to outsiders. Our soul forge meant that if one of us were to die, the other would instantly perish too. We kept one another close. Leandra's capacity was enormous. Source didn't frighten her, and she delved into that dark well with terrible regularity. I did my best to guide her, but she fast outgrew my admonitions.
Tell me what happened between yourself, Leandra, and the wizard.
My sister and I were mired in a solitary existence, witches among the trees when Zandalor came. Leandra especially couldn't leave him be. He was a feast of information, and she wouldn't rest until she'd absorbed every bit of knowledge he offered. Their days were spent on charms, hexes, and the like. At night, Leandra would wander off to practice what she'd learned, and Zandalor and I would settle into our quiet tasks, side by side. We were a content trio, the 3 of us, but base impulse would undo us.
What do you mean by base impulse?
As you know, Leandra and I were soul-forged. This offered us a window into one another's souls. I knew Leandra had developed feelings for Zandalor, and she knew I had too. But it was me to whom he confessed his love. Those quiet evenings together had captured his heart, as they had mine. Her heart broke the moment we announced our new attachment, and I felt the pain of it as sharply as a knife. She fled, without a word, and I didn't see her for 2 terrible years. My connection to her, our soul forge, grew weaker. It was as though some third entity, a parasite, were atop our souls, sucking the strength from it day by day.
What's next? How do we stop Leandra?
We've a single order of business first and foremost. Leandra is gathering an army, and I fear we'll have to get through it if we wish to find her. But first, we must learn more about Leandra's plans. How many of these so-called Immaculates does she have in her palm, and to what end is she directing them? Your journey must begin in the Lacula mines, where she has been accumulating materials and manpower for a purpose as yet unknown. The way will be dangerous. Her allies are growing more powerful and numerous by the minute, but we must discover exactly what Leandra is planning and why.
What can you tell me about infiltrating the mines?
A soul forge comes with its own benefits, Source Hunter. Though our connection has weakened, I still see the occasional vision of Leandra's doings, the pangs of her deepest felt emotions, and flashes of her triumphs. One vision. I had thought it was only a nightmare, but now I see it was something much worse. Leandra is collecting materials, precisely what, I cannot say, and is hard at work shaping them into something sinister. Her frustrations are rivaled only by her mirth. I can see she's growing closer and closer to achieving something dire. You must make your way deep into the mines to see exactly what she's planning.
Is there no redeeming your sister?
I believe that our soul forge has been damaged. By what? I can only guess. The fraying of the bond between us has left Leandra adrift in a well of sorrow she truly believes will never end. What she needs is a hand. My hand, out of this abyss. If our soul forge is repaired, I am certain she'll cease blazing this path of destruction.
Let's discuss the soul forge between you and Leandra.
I cannot condone the terrible things she's done, but I can seek to understand them. With our soul forge in such tatters, I believe Leandra is adrift in the not at all inconsiderable sorrows of our lives. What's more, I sense a terrible force bearing down upon the bond between us. It is hungry, and it consumes ever more of Leandra's mind and soul. I cannot say exactly what this force might be, but I'm certain it's both driving me out and driving Leandra on. If I could only repair the forge, I'm certain she'd put a stop to this madness.
Let's discuss the mines.
The way may be treacherous, but you must get inside. I fear my sister is doing something dreadful so far from the light of day.
Alright, so it seems we need to return back to Lucula. So Sicil Road. Alright. Let me see. Okay, mine entrance. I think there was an exit.
Beware of the lost ones out there, Wanderer. Their blood is impure.
Ah, yeah, there is one more thing we need to do. Last time we were here. Oh, Icara.
The goddess is the word. Through the conduit, then it shall be my pleasure to answer them. You find yourself in the goddess's temple, therefore it follows she wants you to take the true path. So here, have this hallowed tome, read it, absorb the wisdom within, then find the second part and do with it the same. If an immaculate you want to be, a test of knowledge shall be your first step towards enlightenment.
The goddess,
Okay.
and blessed be the conduit.
So we started this quest. I thought it might be bad, but apparently it's we should do it. Okay. So yeah, the initiation. Okay. I think we can exit on the north side, and we finally need to find Tenebrum for Brandon was his name, I think.
Wanna have a good time?
Yeah, for this guy.
Come hither, sweetheart. Oh, if I had a star for every
No,
time that
there's
brightened
no
my
exit
day,
from here.
I'd have a galaxy
Hi there,
in my
cutie
heart.
pie. Wanna have a good time?
I was pretty sure there was an exit there. Oh, maybe it wasn't, yeah. Alright, let's save.
Troll toll! Troll toll, if you please. It may be pointless, life may be pointless, but the toll needs to be paid.
Your heart doesn't seem to be in your work.
How could it be? My life is like the bridge behind me. It goes nowhere. Loneliness such as this, how it weighs, how it burdens.
Why do you feel lonely?
Dear me, why? I stand here day and night, Humans hate me, for I must take their gold for no good reason at all. Even among my own, I find no companionship. Troll toll is all they think about. Once, though, I was happy. A girl, one of your very own kind, used to pass by daily. She was bright and young and gay. She smiled. She bade me good morning. She told me about the dreams that had come to her in the night, but then she left for a faraway land. She is gone, and I have been lonely ever since. Oh, if only a jolly young girl would come to talk to me once more.
How come your bridge has been damaged?
It's all the goblins' fault. They cut the ropes to prevent you humans from going to the mines below. Ropeless, pointless, and yet I must cry for toll.
Tell me about the Troll King.
He is the king of Lucula Forest, and a most formidable troll indeed. I do not even like to talk about him, for fear he might find out and crush my skull like a walnut. Archibald, though, Archibald may be willing to speak. His fine mind makes him bold. Find Archibald, a proud troll and troll father, if you wish to know about the king.
About that troll.
1,000 gold coins, such is the toll I must ask. So, let's have the troll toll.
Oh no.
No, we're not going to pay to cross a broken bridge.
Indeed, we aren't.
So you will not pay? Leave me.
Okay.
Next time you must introduce me to your handsome friend. His musk dominates the breeze most pleasingly.
You believe in the gods, baby? Because you're the answer
Hi
to
there,
all my
cutie pie. Want to have a good time? Hi there, honey. You look like you're in dire need of some fun.
Would you care to entertain
And
lonely
I'm-
troll?
Is he a gentle troll? Would he benefit from my particular expertise, you think? It is strange, but, well, if you're willing to pay me on behalf of your toll-taking friends, I'll be glad to keep him company. I do believe 2,050 gold should cover it. And I'll take that gold. Cheers, darling. Well, I guess I'll be off to visit Mr. Troll then. He's the one closest to town, yeah? At least I won't have to run far if he gets too fidgety. See you around, sweetheart.
Okay.
Do you believe in the gods, baby?
So, unless I'm very much mistaken, we just paid a courtesan to cheer up a lonely troll.
What's wrong with that? The fellow needs cheering, and that's what she'll do.
What's wrong with that? The fellow needed cheering, and that's what she'll do.
When you put it like...
Are you
Blunt.
always this hot?
Yeah, I think we want blunt. As I remember. No.
Do you believe in the gods, baby? Because you're the answer to all my
Immune to
prayers.
charm.
Hey there, tall and strong.
Being
Up for a
immune to
little
charm is
roll in
pretty
the
cool,
hay?
actually.
Not today, Ramon. I'm not in the mood for your games.
Alright, let's see if he will let us go without the toll now. Oh, she didn't get that yet.
Troll toll. I do hope you don't mind.
To be jealous of that cretin
And
of a
so she
fumble.
asked, Granny,
Conceivable.
why do you have
Yeah,
such
we are.
large and hairy
We only have
ears?
ourselves for
To
company.
which
But
Granny
he gets to
replied,
stare in Ruby's eyes all the livelong day.
so that I can hear you.
Okay, let's talk with him now.
Friend, champion of my heart, I cannot describe my rapture. A ruby you have brought me, more precious than any other on this earth. Happiness, he has returned in all his sunny glory. For this unparalleled service, I must repay you. Have it back. The fee you paid on my behalf. Let sordid gold not stand between our friendship. My thanks, oh champion of my soul, my undying thanks.
Okay, so we got the money back, but what about the...
Ruby.
A strong, potent male like that prefers a sing-songing twig like her?
Granny,
Life
why
outside
do you
home
have
is a
such
strange
big,
source
shiny
hunter.
eyes?
Cannot use it anyway.
To which Granny replied,
I just cannot believe it. Fumble
so
everything.
that I
The best of the jumps.
"Letter, my dear."
Dear, oh dear. Run, little Red Riding Hood.
Okay, that's awesome. So I guess we need to go around. Oh, there is a chest there. Let's get the chest. Okay, so there is another exit here. I need to remember. So I opened the chest and
Some call it luck, others call it skill.
okay, nothing special. So we're gonna take a break, and like I said, I think we need to go around. There is no other way to get to the mines. Yeah, we need to go here. So, like I said, we're gonna take a break, guys. And oh, another chest. And yeah, and we're gonna go down there. It seems like we need to do some fights. Damn it. Yeah. So we need to fight some goblins, I guess. There is a chest here. I don't know. There's definitely some way to get down there. We'll see. But for now, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.